nobody expressed an aim or a goal to me. I had to define the aim and the goal myself. At one point I did ask, do you expect me to make a film for a Catholic audience? And they said, no, no, no. You make the film that addresses a worldwide audience. Like Pope Francis, he's trying to address people of goodwill all over this planet. So I was not aware of any other aim, except that I realized in the course of the making of the film that Pope Francis has an extraordinary capacity to connect, and that maybe the idea why Dario Vigano asked me for a film is that this ability to connect is something that can come out in a movie better than in a TV show or in any of the television snippets you all see on Pope Francis. So if anything, that was maybe an aim, that a movie could enable him to connect in a different way than you can connect via television. But how he could connect was up to me. Actually, in the course of the film, I asked my producers, here's one of them, Andrea, I asked them quite often, please, can we get somebody in the Vatican to be a little bit more explicit because I'm doing this on my own. This is a huge responsibility. Can they define a little better their criticism? Can they define a little better what they don't like or what they like? They kept out of it. They never ever interfered with the making of the film. And in the end, I was in peace with it because it took me a long time to be in peace with the film, but I was in the end. And I realized it was good that they never interfered. And I can confirm there was not a word, not a single image, there was nothing that I was ever asked to take out or add. So, but I was pretty much alone with it, with my producers who helped me as much as they could, with my editor, with my wife. Basically, I had lots of sleepless nights because I realized this is a bigger responsibility than you have for some old man in Havana, or for a German choreographer, or for a Brazilian photographer. A movie on the Pope is a different responsibility. And I would have been happy to have some spiritual guidance, but I had to find it myself. So, the aim of the film, in the end, was to do justice to his personality and his character. And his character, he defines it quite well, I think, in the film. And for me, it is in one little scene more than in any other scene. And when we shot it, and I heard what he was saying, I was shocked. Because it was so little and so unimportant that I thought, wow. He said, when I was a young priest, I was taking lots of confession. And when I was talking to young parents, I would always ask them one question. And I was curious, what is he going to ask them? And he said, I asked them, do you play with your children? Do you waste time with your children? And when he said that, I said, wow, this is, in a nutshell, the definition of our civilization. We have lost so much. Most parents have lost the ability to waste time with it. And that is a definition of one of the problems, or maybe one of the biggest problems of our civilization. He said it just en passant. And he said many things just en passant. En passant, he said, tenderness is not a weakness, it's a great strength. While all political leaders on this planet say strength is economy, strength is financing, strength is God knows what, but it's not tenderness. So I think this man, at this very moment in our time, is the only voice that has a moral authority left on this planet, because our political leaders have abandoned that responsibility. So I thought somehow I have to do justice to the courage of this man. And finally, that was my aim, to come back to your question, to do justice to the courage of a man who had the courage to call himself Francesco.